animals, the popular dish of choice in the Midwest isn't always turkey, which is synonymous more with the US Thanksgiving. In fact,
when I was a kid, I always associated turkey with the Christmas night. You know, I thought Americans at least loved to eat that. But then I end up realizing this is more for Thanksgiving. So what do you guys eat at Christmas? And another thing, end up talking about sweaters. Do you guys like to wear things related with Christmas, like the one he has right there? Today I'll be reacting to how American Christmas was a huge culture shock. My friends, I'm super excited for this one. I really wonder what Lawrence is going to talk about on this one. But before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Link for the original video in my description and split.
Some of me does feel like a kid again. Partly this has been reinforced by Uncle Toby's Christmas choices.
Ninja Turtles.
But I love looking at all of the houses with all of the lights, especially knowing that I didn't do any of the work. Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to Christmas. And since I'm officially taking Vlogmas by the antlers, that's a metaphor, you can expect to see plenty of videos on this topic in the next 24 days. For me, in life, it's been a tale of two Christmases, British ones and American ones.
Okay, before he goes into this, let me say one thing, my friends. I saw the title of the video and I thought, what is Lawrence going to talk about? Because I believe Americans and Europeans do a lot of things different, for sure. But Christmas is actually a holiday that I think we share the same values, you know, and I think tends to be quite similar. You guys do decorations, we also do decorations. You guys have a night with the family, we have a night with the family. What am I missing on this one, my friends? Let's see it.
And as a kid, Christmas was everything. I loved waiting for Father Christmas to come down the chimney.
Sorry, I'll run this part back. My favorite holiday by a large margin.
And as a kid, Christmas was everything. I loved waiting for Father Christmas to come down the chimney, except in 1988 when we forgot to put out the fire. I also loved defeating my brother at pulling a cracker, even though the prize was a miniature thimble. And how could I forget gazing into a bauble for the first time, seeing a warped version of my already warped face? This introduction to the magic of Yuletide occurred within the festive confines of my English hometown. And I thought that my experiences of Christmas were everyone's, as if every human on earth knew the simple joy of hearing the bang of a cracker or the schmaltzy melody of Chris Rea's Driving Home for Christmas. And then, after a quarter of a century, I left behind my British bubble and moved with my wife to a bigger bubble, the United States of America. It was November 2008. A cluster of indistinct specks on the ground slowly revealed themselves to be city blocks as the plane descended over a new and bountiful kingdom known as Indianapolis. This was my first visual encounter with the latest chapter of my life and a stark reminder of the one that I was leaving. The most enduring aspect of this image was that those city blocks were a distinct shade of white. And just like air conditioning, cheese curds and Bob Costas, this level of snow was largely unheard of in Britain.
Oh, okay. So maybe one of the culture shocks will be the amount of snow you guys have in America. My friend, snows a lot in Indiana. Overall in the Midwest, snows a lot. It's not like the North, right? Places like North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, yeah, I know my states. In those places, snows like crazy, right? But Midwest is also super affected by snow.
Presents on the
Actually, let's run this part back, because Christmas with snow is so beautiful, my friends.
Costas. This level of snow was largely unheard of in Britain. Its presence on the streets of Indiana was a firm declaration that the Midwest would be dissimilar to England in every way. On that first Christmas morning in America, I did find myself looking around for the same old signs. And some of them were there. I mean, my in-laws had put up green and red tinsel, the tree was topped with a shimmering star, and people traded their dignity for Christmas jumpers. Except Americans didn't call them jumpers, they called them sweaters. And nowhere to be heard was driving home for Christmas. Instead, the airways played ditties I'd never heard of, like Feliz Navidad and Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Speaking of festive animals, the popular dish of choice in the Midwest isn't always turkey, which is synonymous more with the US Thanksgiving. In fact,
Yo, this is so important right now. When I was a kid, I always associated turkey with the Christmas night. You know, I thought Americans at least love to eat that. But then I ended up realizing this is more for Thanksgiving. So what do you guys eat at Christmas? And another thing, end up talking about sweaters. Do you guys like to wear things related with Christmas, like the one he has right there? I wonder.
Isn't always turkey, which is synonymous more with the US Thanksgiving. In fact, the poultry centerpiece that I've eaten most is ham, something that resembled British ham in no discernible way whatsoever. Depending on the region, this might be substituted with chicken, beef, goose, or even oysters. The dinner table is probably where the cultural Christmas divide is most abundantly brought into focus. More on that in upcoming videos, but it never occurred to me that Americans did not universally include Christmas pudding or mince pies in their dessert menus.
Wait, my friends, but what is the typical dish at Christmas night in America? You guys don't have one? Oh, that's crazy. So basically this can be different from state to state? Because you guys have one for Thanksgiving, right? Everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people like the turkey at Thanksgiving. But what are the typical dish for American Christmas? Can someone tell me in the comments?
While these are not entirely absent from all holiday shopping carts, they do take a backseat to sweet potato pie, pecan pie, and coconut cake. What's coconut cake? Now that's not to say that I don't devour my American Christmas food well into Boxing Day. Some habits, no matter our age or BMI score, never change, except there's one tiny detail of this anecdote that I neglected to mention. Americans don't celebrate Boxing Day. On December 26th, unless...
Oh, this one, we also don't eat in Portugal. This is a very American thing, right? So this for me, it's fine, my friends. I also don't care about this.
Their employer
a very British thing is what I meant to say, sorry. But I know what is Boxing Day.
Americans don't celebrate Boxing Day. On December 26th, unless their employer decrees otherwise, most Americans swap the comfort of the couch for the reality of the workplace. Even the term Boxing Day carries little currency in this portion of North America, even as America's Canadian neighbours celebrate it with abandon. And Boxing Day doesn't stand alone in the Christmas dictionary of British-American word differences. Take, for example, the name each country gives to the jolly red and white fellow who delivers all of the presents. In America, he is known invariably as Santa, Santa Claus, or Old Saint Nick, all used in Britain. However, you will rarely, if ever, catch an American saying Father Christmas. Moreover, Brits and Americans...
Ooh, Father Christmas, I also don't like that. But actually the translation for Portuguese is Father Christmas. Never mind. We say Pai Natal. Portuguese, right, my friends? But stay with me. Pai Natal. Natal means Christmas. Pai means father. Oh my God. Yeah. We call Santa Claus Father Christmas. I never realized that. But in English, I say Santa Claus. Oh man, this is bad. Okay. I got a bit exposed there doing the translation.
As Santa, Santa Claus, or Old Saint Nick, all used in Britain. However, you will rarely, if ever, catch an American saying Father Christmas. Okay. Moreover, Brits and Americans can't seem to agree on the location of Father Christmas's homeland. Soon after moving to the US, during casual Christmas Eve chatter with my in-laws, I made reference to Santa's long journey from Lapland. Not only was the name Lapland met with puzzlement, as if to say, where is that? But
wait. You guys told me that Santa Claus, Father Christmas, in my language, Santa Claus lives in Alaska. You guys told me this. Is this not? Is this actually fake, my friends? Is this not true? Fake news? Damn. to be honest, the Alaska story I thought was great.
But it was later revealed to me that he resides in the North Pole. Either way, Santa lives in a climate not fit for humans. And so, as it turns out, did I. Those white city blocks weren't an exception. The notion of a Midwestern white Christmas is not so much a naive fantasy, but a brutal reality, depending on how warmly you receive it. And warmth, as it happens, is ensured by burying yourself in multiple layers of thick clothing, a fashion scenario really demanded by Britain's climate. In the Midwest,
sometimes it's cold, but Christmas in Portugal, specifically in my city, there is other cities that are a bit more cold, but in my city, it's very, very hot overall. Comparing with America, you guys feel, yeah, this is summer, basically. This may shock a couple of you guys because I have a lot of viewers from Midwest and also from the North and also from the South. You guys know my love for the South, for my Texans, for my Arizona people, for my California people, basically for all Americans. But I lost focus. But basically what I'm trying to say is I never celebrated Christmas with snow. I just saw that in the movies. Is that sad? A bit. Actually, it's a bit sad because even if I never celebrated Christmas with snow, I associated Christmas with snow. How crazy is that?
West, I've often left the house in 2 jackets and 2 sweaters only for the cold to enter through my undies. All that aside though, while experiencing American Christmases, some of me does feel like a kid again. Partly this has been reinforced by Uncle Toby's Christmas choices, but I love looking at all of the...
Friends, do you guys know Ninja Turtles? Is this a thing that you guys are aware? Or not? You guys don't know Ninja Turtles? It's a cartoon. You guys don't know it? Okay.
Houses with all of the lights, especially knowing that I didn't do any of the work. And I fondly recall destroying my brother-in-law in a snow digging contest while holding a much bigger shovel. And how could I forget gazing into a bauble just this morning and seeing a warped version of my already warped face that now has a beard. Over the next few weeks, I'll be diving deep into some of the topics discussed in today's video, as well as some non-Christmassy ones. Okay. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure to do that at the end of this video, and don't forget to give my bell a little jingle. That way, throughout Vlogmas, you'll get notified of a new video every day.
You know what? I don't talk about this a lot. Now some real talk. The notifications on or something. I'm a bit bad with that type of stuff, but YouTube really believes that's a good thing to tell to you, my friend. So turn the notifications on. I believe a lot of you guys watching this are already subscribed, but may not have the notifications on. Please do it. Let's run it back and do it also for Lawrence if you follow him.
That way, throughout Vlogmas, you'll get notified of a new video every day. Some are saying that these are the biggest gifts to humanity since my cat fell asleep under a Christmas tree. And he only appeared in today's video to remind everyone that you can follow him right here on YouTube at the Whisker Reel. Finally, a big shout out to all of my patrons who make these videos possible. Your pledges have been especially useful during these weird times we're living in. If you would like to become a patron and support Lost...
Show him all the support. This was great. And thank you so much for watching this with me until the end. See you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends. And by the way, I'm not sure when I will release this video. If this is around Christmas time, it will be. So happy Christmas. Happy Christmas? Merry Christmas. What the hell am I saying? My friends, have a nice day.